Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today I will be discussing with you people respiratory acidosis. It's a topic from pathophysiology, mainly concerned for students of second year BSc. Now, respiratory acidosis. Student, it is a clinical condition in which there is excess of carbonic acids in the body. I repeat, respiratory acidosis is a clinical condition in which there is excess of carbonic acids. Now, how carbonic acid is washed out from the body? Carbonic acid is excreted out by the lungs in the form of carbon dioxide and water. Students, when we exhale out in respiration, we are actually removing carbon dioxide and water from the body. Okay? When this mechanism is not properly carried out by the lungs, there is excess of carbonic acids in the body which leads to respiratory acidosis. Okay? Now, what are the causes of respiratory acidosis? What are the factors which leads to increased concentration of carbonic acid in the body? Students, the main answer is hypoventilation. It means when the lungs are not functioning properly and we are not exhaling out normally, respiratory acidosis occurs. Now, what are the factors? First of all, impaired gas exchange. You all know that exchange of gases, that is attachment of oxygen to the blood and removal of carbonic acid from the blood is mainly carried out at the level of alveoli in the lungs. So, those diseases which affects the lung parenchyma at alveolar level, it leads to respiratory acidosis. COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, pneumonias, and severe asthma. Okay? Second condition is impaired neuromuscular functions. It includes those conditions in which we can't move our chest cavity properly. What are those conditions in which we cannot move our chest cavity? For example, accident injury to the chest wall. Okay? Kyphoscoliosis, it is lateral as well as outward protrusion of the backbone in the thoracic cavity. And number third, impaired respiratory control. When there will be decreased respiratory control from the brain stem, it will lead to respiratory acidosis. Different drugs like opioids, they lead to impaired respiratory control and as a result, respiratory acidosis occurs. Now students, in terms of blood gas analysis, we discuss respiratory acidosis. The main disturbance is partial pressure of carbon dioxide in arterial blood is increased. Partial pressure of carbon dioxide in arterial blood is increased. This is because of hypoventilation. What are the changes which takes place in the blood? Unchanged bicarbonate ions, increased concentration of carbonic acid. When carbonic acid is increased, as we have discussed here, pH becomes low, pH becomes acidic. As a result, this whole scenario is called respiratory acidosis. Okay, students? Now, this condition is called uncompensated respiratory acidosis. The body has not responded to these changes. When these changes occur in the body starts to react. How body react? Kidneys try to excrete out metabolic acids present in our body. For example, lactic acid. Okay? As a result of excretion of metabolic acids from the body by the kidneys, the bicarbonate ions, they become increased because they are not utilized in the buffering action. As a result, we see increased concentration of bicarbonate ions, increased concentration of carbonic acids, and this makes the pH either normal or decreased. Students, this condition is called compensated respiratory acidosis. Keep one thing in mind. Increased partial pressure of arterial carbon dioxide, increased concentration of carbonic acids, and decreased pH. These three are the characteristic features of respiratory acidosis. I repeat, respiratory acidosis has three main features: increased concentration of carbon dioxide in arterial blood, increased carbonic acid concentration in the blood, and decreasing or acidic pH of the blood. So this was all about respiratory acidosis. Thank you, students. Allah Hafiz.